Okay, we're going to start with the nation. Senate's House agreement raises student loan to 10 billion naira. NLC strike fails to hold in Imo. Power Minister threatens discos, Gencos with license revocation. Survey projects Uzodima's victory with 68%. Emefiele out of custody after securing bail. Old new notes remain legal tender, CBN reaffirms. And bandits took 250 million naira ransom to free 121 Baptist school pupils. Okay, which story are we starting with?
Start with the discourse. Okay. The Minister for Power, of course, Ms. Adeola, yesterday said that all discos and Gencos must now sign a performance bond with the government. This is because, according to him, they failed to live up to the agreement and he has not seen productivity on their side. He said that this will now make them liable to revocation of their licenses. Apparently, their licenses are renewable every 5 years, unilaterally by the NERC, the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission. He said, but before that will happen now, there must be a performance bond, the assessment of each of them, discos and Gencos, and failure to meet up to standard, they just might have that revocation happening. I'm hoping that, of course, we see that happening so that we'll see them competing to be best performer.
So the Central Bank of Nigeria yesterday said that all Naira denominations remain legal tender, and they have directed their branches to continue issuing adequate quantities of both the old and the new redesigned notes. So the CBN, in a statement by the Director of Corporate Communications, Dr. Issa Abdulhamid, said that their attention had been drawn to reports of a scarcity of cash across some major cities in the country, despite assurances of sufficient cash stock in all locations across the country. There have also been reports of anxiety among some members of the public over the legality or otherwise of the old Naira notes. So for the avoidance of doubts, they are reiterating again that there are sufficient banknotes across the country that will be enough for us to carry out our economic activities. And so nobody should reject any legal tender as long as it's been okayed by the CBN, whether the new or the old legal tender is still legal. And people should go about doing their businesses. There's no need to have any form of anxiety. The money still remains, and we must use it.
Okay, let me take the major headlines. So yesterday, after harmonizing the 2.17 trillion naira supplementary budget, the Senate and House of Representatives have raised the student loan appropriation to 10 billion naira. The president had signed out the bill yesterday. He assured Nigerians after signing the budget into law yesterday that it will be judiciously utilized. The House had transferred the 5 billion naira for the yachts that was originally allocated to the student loan. But my worry, however, is that the Navy has taken, they've received the yachts back in June. They're taking, is it custody of, they've received the yacht already. So he said the Navy said it had taken delivery, actually, that's what I was looking for. Taken delivery of the vessel, but had not paid for it due to cash constraints. I don't know how they plan to pay for that.
They return it.
It was the yacht that's been given us since June and was appropriated from the previous administration, so wasn't from this.
But that's a luxury.
They can return it.
It's not luxury.
No, that's
they keep
what
telling
they
us
said
not a luxury yacht. They keep saying us it's for operational use.
No, this
which
operation? Here, the Senate is saying that they are going to probe the purchase of the 5 billion presidential yacht, and they were wondering how they got, because of the, the way it has raised controversy all over. Nigerians are really upset about it, and they are saying they are going to find out why exactly they had, agreed to get this luxury yacht at the moment.
I don't even know where
how said a luxury item can find its way into the supplementary budget.
Okay, so which paper is that?
Vanguard.
Okay, so from the Nation, is saying that the naval equipment has said the presidential is not a luxury item, and I think they said that repeatedly because they call it a presidential yacht. Doesn't mean it's presidential.
Yacht is luxury, right?
Well,
who takes a yacht if you're not rich?
Anyway, I would like to take the bandits that collected 250 million ransom for the Baptist pupils. The governor, Ubasani, has received the kidnapped boy, Treasure Ayuba. He escaped from the bandits. He was amongst the Baptist school boys. They released 120 of them and didn't release him. The Christian Association of Nigeria, Kaduna State Chapter, said the bandits took over 250 million ransom to free the 120, but refused to release treasure. So 2 years and 4 months later, he escaped from them and found his way home. So I'm very happy for him. The governor has said that he's going to give him psychological treatment to address the trauma he must have gone through while in captivity. He needs it, too. He needs it.
Okay, moving on now to the Punch. Off-season polls, electronic collation illegal, says INEC, police wants NLC. Picture here, Obi faults Tinubu's 2.17 trillion supplementary budget. UK police probe suicide of British-born Nigerian. FG stops electricity tariff hike, insists on subsidy. Old banknote remains legal tender, says CBN. $51 billion debt, FG rules dwindling revenue, reps condemn needless loans and contracts. And NPAN returns Kabiru as president, and Emua joins as UNESCO. Okay, story.
Okay, I have the major headline. The chief press secretary to INEC, to the INEC chairman, his name is Rotimi Oyekomi, said he's making clarification to correspondence about IREV and BVAS. He says that it is not legal for election results to be collated by IREV to be uploaded. He said what is done is that the form, let me get the form again quickly. So this is in anticipation of the Saturday's elections for Imo, Kogi, and Bayelsa State. It says that from EC8, that's the form for each collation, EC8A will be snapped and uploaded on a polling unit election results, also known as from EC8, will be uploaded directly to INEC result viewing portal, which is IREV, from individual polling units by the presiding officers across. But this is not a declaration of results. The provision of the Constitution under 179 provides how a person will be declared winner. So BVAS is also to verify a person's voting ability, but not collate the final results. So to be sure, electronic voting or collation of results is illegal in Nigeria at the moment. All that the IREV portal does is just to display from EC8A uploaded from polling units. And the process of determining and declaring a winner of a governorship election is as provided for in 179, section 179 and all the subsections of the 1999 Constitution. And he said that also they have their logistics tied down. They have partners with private car owners, private individuals, as well as all members of the NURTW in all for logistics. He said that they will fulfill all their obligations as expected and according to other parties. He also used the opportunity to call on the Labour not to intimidate anybody during these elections. And I hope that what he's saying is sinking in, following all court processes as well.
Okay, let's go on a quick break. When we come back, we continue with our review. Stay with us. We'll be right back.